Mayberry Money Sign Bounce there. Y'all know what time it is. I got my homeboy with me right here. We chopping it up with Chop. For the people who don't know you, let them know what's your name, where you from, and your Instagram,
Well,
Facebook, whatever.
I'm Chop. I'm from Karis City, um, and I got a podcast called Chopping It Up with Chop. We get into hard topics, man. We usually do it every Friday, every other Friday. So if you ever get a chance, go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Chopping It Up with Chop. On Facebook, you will see it. I send out notifications when we getting ready to go live, and we tackle some real tough conversations, man. That's pretty much it.
All right. So I know y'all was filming last night talking about Diddy, so we're gonna piggyback off of that, what y'all was talking about. I've been asking people about this too. As far as Diddy being arrested, should he be in jail? Does he deserve to be in jail right now?
We
Diddy.
don't. Well, as for me, as a regular person, I can't convict somebody before I know all the evidence of why, what is this, and what is that. So I can't say yay or nay. Now, pertaining to the Cassie situation, we all saw that video, and we can all agree that he was guilty of what he did. That was messed up, man. He shouldn't, that's never a situation you want to be in. But he did pay his retribution for it. He paid $30 million. Now, as far as all of this freaky shit, I don't know if people should be going to jail for being freaky.
The underage stuff, he had Usher staying in the house. Justin Bieber was underage. He got a lot of underage suspect type
So
stuff floating out there.
now this is my thing: why people are so quick to give guilty commentary toward our people, and when I say our people, I mean blacks. Hugh Hefner did the same thing in front of us for years on live television.
I'm talking about the underage.
Underage, yeah. Moving Kendra, one of his youngest ones he had was 17. He moved her and her mom in. Moved her and her mom in. What you think, Bill Cosby learned this or he pulled it out the back? No, Bill Cosby and Hugh Hefner were friends for years. He saw everything that went on at the mansion, at the Playboy mansion. And it's noted, it's public record that Hugh Hefner recruited girls at the age of 14, 15. He moved Kendra in at 17.
So I'm happy you brought up Hugh Hefner. A lot of the young kids don't know who Hefner is. That's
Okay.
the original Playboy. I go by Miami Beach Playboy. And I've been asking people that. So would you compare Diddy to Hugh Hefner in any kind of way?
I'm willing to bet Hugh Hefner was 10 times worse than Diddy, to be honest. It's just that
And when you say that, what do you mean? Because they got a documentary about Hugh Hefner being the devil and this and that. So, like, for the people who don't know, like, what you mean? Why would you say he 10 times worse than Diddy?
as far as like sexual exploiting and all of that stuff, man, he did
Taking
it for,
advantage of people.
like, why is it a crime now because Diddy is a billionaire? You let white dudes do this forever. You let so many different genres and so many different people do it forever. But when it comes to us, we gotta rip everything away. Elvis Presley married a 13-year-old, and they never crucified him at all for it.
Married a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
How long were they married for? Because I don't even know about it. I think
for
I heard
years.
somebody.
Yeah,
For
Elvis,
years?
yeah.
And the whole world knew about it.
Whole world knew about it, but
He did this while he was famous.
while he was
This
famous.
shit crazy.
It's a bunch of them. Google them. You gotta Google them though, cause they people not online talking about them like our people online talking.
Yeah, you gotta
about
look
us.
hard for information.
You gotta look
like that.
hard for the what's that director Woody Harrelson? I think
Yeah,
it's Woody
I
Harrelson.
heard him.
Right. He raised a whole daughter. He married this Asian woman, raised her daughter up with her as her stepfather, and when she finally turned 18, he divorced the mama and married the daughter. Do we talk about that?
Oh, I think I did hear somebody.
Yeah, you gotta Google
So
it.
he married his stepdaughter.
Married his stepdaughter, divorced the mama, and married his stepdaughter.
And how
Bro.
long he stayed married to the stepdaughter?
I think they still married.
To this day.
Yeah. Bro, you don't hear about this is what I mean, like how like and this is the thing. When it happens to us, to our culture, they automatically the first thing they say is take all their music away. Now, if you look at what caused them to get in this situation, if you look at Diddy approaching billionaire status or reached billionaire status and was trying to, he already had revolt, but he was trying to get a main, he was pushing for more.
Yeah, he trying to build.
Trying to build.
On top of the billion.
So, you doing too much. That wasn't even a problem. It's when Diddy sued the liquor company. The liquor company that he had the
Ciroc?
No, not Ciroc.
Another one.
Yeah, it's another one. I can't remember the name at the time, but he sued the liquor company because they were trying to use his, use his image and use all his stuff. They had some type of separation. The moment that happened, now you have all kind of issues. You have all kind of problems. Now he's a target. So my thing is, why do they want to erase our history? They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years.
Who want to erase our history? Who you talking about? DeSantis, when he say African American. Did you hear about DeSantis?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Let's kind of skip the DeSantis saying African American history don't matter.
It don't matter, and when he's taking it out of schools, and we shouldn't teach it down here in Florida. Florida is jacked up, man. Florida's jacked up and beyond to a place where it's sad. Not only
Hold on, now you sing. Look, I gotta stop you. You say Florida jacked up like the rest of the country is not jacked up.
Man, listen, I travel a lot.
Okay.
I go to Canada. You don't see a difference in white people and black people. It's not even. It's no difference at all. It's like everybody vibing. You can go like everything is a vibe. Everybody is your bruv. Everything is good. You go to Texas, man. Everybody vibing. You go to Vegas. Everybody vibing. I was in LA. Me and Mark was in LA. We used to go every year at one point. San Diego or Los Angeles, and everybody vibe.
So they're not vibing in Florida? What they doing?
Because I think that it's more than just. It's more than just it's not a black and white thing no more. It's about people just feeling like they're superior. Even it's a lot of racist niggas. Niggas are racist against niggas. But it starts, I think in Florida and in South Florida, primarily with the Cuban community. And I'm, it sucks because I gotta say it, but I got a lot of, I know a lot of Cubans that show love, bro. That show love. I also seen a lot that feel like, niggas not on their level, or like they control the dynamic. What laws in South Florida benefit you?
They letting us smoke weed a little bit more now.
See, y'all be focused on the small things.
That what you see what I'm talking about?
Y'all be focused on the small things. Y'all not focused. They give immigrants grants for buying homes.
Okay.
Now, how that make you feel if you've been living out here your whole life? You an immigrant by birthright, but are they giving you any money to buy a home? Do you know about the ins and outs of all that?
No, I don't know nothing about it. But I mean, I be hearing about programs and shit like that. I don't know about it. You hear about like you can help build a house and then they give you a house. I don't know the name of the program.
I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
They got little programs like that.
I'm just like, and going back to the Diddy situation, I just feel like why we have to convict our people before they even go through the judicial system. They're already labeled guilty.
We seen the tape though. That's the Diddy situation. That's what people would say back to that. We seen the tape.
You seen the tape with him and Cassie.
Yeah, we seen that. And then we seen a lot of suspect stuff. We seen him like
y'all seeing what they want y'all. Like you trying to
you,
tell
you
me.
You haven't seen a lot of suspect stuff from suspect.
Yeah, but that's how that man live his life. That's how he live his life. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't want nobody telling me how to live my life. To be honest, you feel me?
The point you making, other than the Cassie situation,
other than the Cassie situation, what is it that? Why is he in jail with a $50 million bond? Why?
No bond.
No bond, but he asked for a $50 million bond, but they didn't.
That's why
rejected it.
I'm wondering, like, do he even deserve to be in jail in the first place? For them not to even
And the
take
charges, do
picture.
you know the charges?
Sex
Charges of
trafficking.
sex
That's the biggest
trafficking,
one.
racketeering, and sexual assault. I believe was the third one.
Some shit like that.
So
So okay, so basically you feeling like no, he don't deserve. To answer the question, you don't. He don't deserve to be in jail right now.
no,
They should at least let him out on bond.
right.
Okay. Let's move on to Rich Homie, man. You know, Rich Homie passed a couple weeks ago. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get to you on that. You know, people forget about shit in 2-3 days, but
Yeah.
we're gonna show that man some love, man. As far as Rich Homie, like, and him passing, do you believe that he did that to himself, or you feel like it's a sketchy situation?
Yeah, I don't feel like it's a sketchy situation. I feel like everybody has a vice. Um, and it's up to you as a person to identify your vice and identify whatever you may be having an issue with. Some people vice could be gambling, bro. They don't even have to deal with drugs. Some people vice could be alcohol. They just, they overdo it in alcohol. And then other people's vice can be just, drugs, Percocets, whatever. My thing is that you have to have some type of self-restraint and self-management, to govern your body and govern yourself the right way. But in his defense, I feel that he probably had a lot going on, man. I mean, I grew up with street people, so I can't personally identify with the street life. That's not me. But I grew up with street niggas, so I know what it is to have a lot on you, at a certain time.
And he has admitted that he did drugs, but a lot of people saying it's sketchy because there's a lot of videos saying that he stopped doing drugs. We don't know.
Okay,
who
so
knows
now this
what's
is
true.
this is where you have to go and get your own information.
Okay.
So now on that, I went back and I watched several interviews. The interviews that I saw, his speech was very slow and slurry. And there's no disrespect.
Yeah, like on lean or something like.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell that it was some type of substance involved. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can't sit here and just be like, oh yeah, somebody did something to him, or whatever the case may be. I think that he could have been under a lot of stress, and he could have been, it could have, and a lot of times that stress from everything that you're going through can cause some of that stuff as well. So especially when you have people making up shit about you, or
that's always
pushing.
Anytime you're famous, people gonna make up.
I
shit.
feel like right now we have to watch every single person, anybody that we feel that are of our nationality and are trying to reach or achieve some level of greatness. We have to literally watch them. You gotta watch them. What Mediz, you gotta watch. You gotta watch them.
So, do you feel like artists need or not really necessarily? Do you feel like the drugs make artists' music better? Because all the way back to Ray Charles days, and most artists can.
Yeah.
I think we all know most black artists anyway. They on drugs, some kind of drugs, right? Musical artists.
Why you say most black artists though? Why you say that?
Because we talking about the black people right now. I don't know about white artists. I can't speak on white artists like Elvis and the Beatles and shit.
Man,
They probably was on drugs too, but I don't listen to them. I don't follow them. So
Anybody that has a level.
Go ahead.
Anybody that has a level of creativeness.
Okay.
The main thing you try to do is you try to block out anything that can stop your creativeness. So some people do it through drugs, some people do it through alcohol, some people do it.
What we talking about right now? Why I say black artists? I'm talking about rappers. So most rappers are black. So do you feel like most rappers are on drugs?
No.
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 Okay, so who are your top 3 rappers?
Top 3 rappers.
All time.
All time.
Yeah, you can go back to Tupac if you want, shit like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna go cliche. For me, I love Pop, and I feel like he's like one of the greatest of all time. But if it's just in my era,
Yeah,
my personal,
what you like to hear.
I love CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green is one of my favorite artists.
That big.
If we talking about groups, Outkast,
Okay.
Joyner Lucas.
Oh, you got a crazy list.
Yeah,
Your list like
yeah.
off the wall.
Yeah, it's because I love lyricists. I love the idea of actually actual music. Um,
Okay, so let's stick to them three: them CeeLo, Outkast, and Joyner Lucas. Do they talk about drugs? Or any of them on drugs, as far as you know?
Outkast, CeeLo, no. Joyner Lucas, no.
Okay, so they pretty much so. I know Joyner be sipping on the bottle all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. But I mean, he don't rap about it. He don't promote none of that stuff.
Right, every time I see him, a lot of his videos. I ain't gonna say a lot, but he got the videos drinking in church. Joyner Lucas.
Hey,
You
probably.
don't know about that?
No, I don't know about
Oh.
that. But I probably know. I probably drunk in church once or twice.
Okay. So yeah, so you don't feel like the drugs make their music better, basically. That was back to Rich
I
Homie.
feel like it blocks out all the negative shit. It blocks out all the negative shit that they could not do what they do on a regular basis if they did not have that. Do I think it's cool? No, you gotta find other avenues for that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta find other avenues, and then you gotta deal with it. Amy Winehouse. I just watched a documentary on her, and
Yeah,
man.
Speaking of the white artists, for the people who watching, like we
Right.
said, it ain't just black.
It ain't just black. Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't go.
But when
Like,
it comes to rappers, it is just black most of the time. Other than
bro,
Eminem and Jack
Eminem,
Harlow.
come on, man.
Man, it ain't many Eminems.
Killer, what's the name?
The one who died, Mike
yeah,
Miller.
yeah.
Mike something, Mac Miller.
Right,
Yeah.
and MK, what is it? MK Killer or something like that.
MGK.
Yeah,
it might
MGK,
be,
yeah.
It might be
Bro.
5 or 10 white rappers. We got 1,000 black rappers.
Vanilla Ice. So if you did the actual percentage math on how many white rappers and how many black rappers were on drugs, the black rappers would be way less than the white rappers, right? Because of the number. So when people are putting numbers up in your face, bro, you can't believe that shit all the time, man.
Yo. How you feel about the OnlyFans, man? These chicks on OnlyFans. Did you see the post that they made? We about to talk about success in a minute, but
Okay.
before we get to success, I just want to ask about it. It just popped in my head. The OnlyFans is making more than NBA altogether. They say the NBA players made like $4 billion altogether. The OnlyFans people made like $6 billion last year.
What is it? What is a show to you? What is it?
A show?
Yeah, a show.
A show? What is like a TV show? You mean? Or
No, like so, people pay to go watch basketball because what? It's a
entertainment. They
It's
want to
an
see LeBron dunk that ball and Curry shoot that ball.
so they want to see them sluts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, do it surprise you that the sluts is making more than these athletes?
It don't.
Oh no,
It don't. Because somebody got you, bro.
damn, that means somebody making LeBron money in OnlyFans world.
No, that ain't happening. I doubt that.
$50 million a year. That's how much LeBron make off of NBA anyway.
I don't think nobody pulling that much off of no OnlyFans to equate that to LeBron.
They have to pull it out. I know he make his contract is $50 million a year.
But right, but he's already a billionaire. So he took a pay cut too. So you gotta go through all those,
The OnlyFans, I think they making 10, 20 million. Somebody making 10, 20 million, but that's half of what LeBron makes.
It's been a few people, but my thing is like, I don't know. I mean, I think you asked me this question before in one of our previous interviews. Would I date an OnlyFans person?
Yeah.
It's like no, like that's
They making 10, 20 million a year, like how we talking about.
but that's
Yeah.
for the world. That's
You can't
for
do it.
like I can't do that. That's not for me. It's not mine. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't have no like. If you know how home is home. Home is where the heart is. If I can't come home, how is
Do you
that?
have a daughter?
Peace. Yeah, I got a
If your-
14-year-old.
If your daughter was doing it, would you tell her to stop, or you just tell her be safe? How would you tell her go about that?
I would have a real conversation with my daughter. My daughter is unique, and
Especially when she grown. We ain't talking about no underage shit.
right,
Once she 18,
No, but
is what I mean.
But we have conversations now, and I look at it as a parent where I have to be. You're not of age, so you can't do this. It's not that I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna love her the same, but you're not of age, so you can't do this. And it's the same thing, and I know we spin it off into different variants of conversations, but like D Wade, I have so much respect for him, and I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of respect for him because
Oh
my
man.
thing is, you can't, you have to let these children be children. They shouldn't have adult decisions to make.
I'm with you on that. But I'm saying once she's 18, if she was doing OnlyFans.
Now,
Now let's fast forward 5, 10 years
yeah,
from now.
if she's 18 and doing OnlyFans,
Okay, stop or be safe.
I would say stop. I would say stop, but I'm not gonna not love her if she doesn't stop.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to figure out how to manage that relationship.
And it's like, I mean, what's the main reason you telling her to stop? Is it because of danger, or like you're gonna tell her to stop, and then why? So what's the reason why?
So you have, it's danger. It's danger there automatically. It's giving yourself away, because you gotta understand. Each time you chip away at something, it loses value. So a nigga chipping away at your coochie, it's losing value.
You mean chipping away? You mean
Chipping
paying?
away.
Paying?
No. You giving it away. If she's
Oh,
doing
some people do
OnlyFans,
solo and they do bikini, you know, like Ruby Rose. Some people be playing the borderline with
anybody can anybody go online right now and pull up your dick?
it. No.
All right. Neither can they for mine. That means that I leave everybody I come into contact with to suspense. They have to find out the value of what I have.
If somebody offered you, let's say, 10 bands or whatever, a big bag to post a picture of your dick,
You post. You're putting yourself into now determining what your value is.
so you're not gonna take the bag to post
No.
a picture of your dick?
Because is my value worth 10 bands? I mean, is my value, is my dick worth 10 bands? Is it? Because I got to
If
think
somebody
about.
trying to give you
No,
that,
no. Because if I got to think about everything, guess what? It ain't gonna look the same in a couple years. Do you think Kamala
we
could be?
talk about this 10 bands somebody trying to give you just for a picture of your
No,
dick.
that it don't work like that though. Cause that dick picture gonna always resurface.
Okay.
It's gonna always resurface. What if you at a whole nother place in your life 10 years from now? Was that picture worth 10 grand? Your value is not on that, bro.
Okay.
So for me, if people that's giving that away, you giving that away.
So speaking of value, this is what I wanted to move up to, and we're gonna finish on this success. How would you define success for yourself? You know, everybody got their own definition. So what's your definition of success?
Success is productivity. Productivity. Doing what you were created to do. We all have something that we were created to do, and being successful is not just making money. We seen that. We see that on every level. It's not.
Yeah, we're watching Diddy right now.
Yeah,
Diddy got all the money.
Right. You got boo dollars.
Yeah.
It does not matter. That doesn't matter. Productivity. What are you doing? Productive. You know, and people make contrasts. They may not agree with me. 50 Cent is one of the most productive Negroes I see in the industry right now. Because he knows what he was created to do.
Why he ain't dropping no music?
Because he's following productivity.
He's being
He's
productive.
evolving.
He's past that. That's what you're talking about.
He's evolving. Now, will he make as much as Jay-Z? Will he make as much as Jay-Z? No.
Maybe,
Who you think?
Maybe.
He-
Why you say no?
Because it's a different avenue. You got too many hands in the pot when it comes to film and film production. But Jay-Z, and I'm sure 50 has all of his stuff, you know, ducked off away too with his accounts and whatever he needs to take care of. But 50 Cent, now, this is my question for you. Who is more impactful? Jay-Z or 50 Cent? Impactful. Who reaches more people? Jay-Z or 50 Cent?
That's a good question. You said reach more people. I mean, I would, when it comes to social media, I would guess.
How
Jay-Z.
well do you know Jay-Z? What do you know about Jay-Z besides his music and his business moves? Now, I love Jay. Don't get me wrong. I love Jay. But what do you know?
okay, so this is what I'm thinking right now. I know Jay-Z, he ain't really started dropping music until he was like 30. That's one of the reasons I respect him, because most people start when they're young. So I feel like that's why his
He
music.
started when he was young. When you look up
I mean,
Jazzo,
but he, like, his first album, he was about 30.
no, 27, 27.
Over 25.
Yeah.
Most rappers drop 19, 20, 21.
But he had mixtapes. He had all that. He was trying for a minute. He was just getting turned away.
But I'm saying most well-known rappers, they had their first album by 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? Kodak, 14, 15. You know what I mean? Wayne, 14, 15, people like that. So, I mean, other than that, I know he just known for music. Now, 50 Cent is just like, he known for way more than music. So that's why I say I would guess because he got TV shows. He got,
now look up their network. Jay-Z network is way more than 50 Cent's network. Who has more impact? 50 Cent. It ain't all about the money all the time. Your impact and what you put out there and how you can like develop more people, how you can inspire and do more for people. It ain't all about the money all the time.
So you said the impact defines success for you more than impact.
Impact, man. Who are you actually? What production are you doing to actually impact individuals out there?
So what would you tell somebody who say they don't care about impact? All they care about is money. You know, somebody who say money over everything. Fuck impact.
Try to take it with you.
They probably not trying to take. They just trying to live their life. They don't believe in the afterlife. They don't believe in heaven. They just trying to get the most out of life.
Live your life.
Here.
Live your life. I'll give you a story, and this I want to post this on mine too because I think it's a good interview, man. But I had a buddy when I was in the construction field, on the construction side, and he used to clown me all the time, like, man, why you don't work overtime? You don't like work overtime? You don't like to make money? You don't like to make money? I'm like, yeah, I like to make money. I work it when it's convenient for me, and when it's not convenient for me, I'm a dad. I have to help. I have a lady at home. I wasn't even married at that time, but I have a lady at home.
You got other stuff to do.
Right. So, and so he's like, nah, but then that's when you do this and you do that, and then that's how your wife love you more, and this and that and the third. Fast forward to a year and a half of us working together. He comes to work one day and he's depressed like a mug. He's just sad. Usually we come in, we joke. Spanish cat too. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? You good? He's like, I'm like, bro, you can talk. You know, he like, I left my house this morning. I had to go to the bathroom, and so I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it because we have porta potties at the construction site. So I know I'm not gonna do it here, so I go back home. I rush in the house. The guy who does like our fencing and our gardening is in there fucking my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking like. Now, a lot would be quick to blame her. Oh, this no good, dirty heifer. Why would she do that to that guy? Your eyes were more on money.
You worked a lot of overtime.
You worked a lot of overtime.
Yeah.
Who you think working overtime on your wife? Bro, it's not all about money at the end of the day. Money is very important because you get a lot more things done with money, but it's not all about money because you can get money in the most craziest ways. You can get money in the most craziest ways.
Did he wind up staying with his wife after that?
No.
Oh, they broke up after they divorced and all that.
Divorce, and then she tried to take him for half his money.
The fence man, the handyman, and I'm pretty sure a lot of rich men got a story like that. You know, because the rich men be the main ones doing overtime.
You out there so busy chasing money.
Yeah.
You have to understand. It's a lot more things important than that.
We're doing an interview right now. I'm about to wrap up.
Alright, he said it was a ghetto interview. He did tell me that.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to shout out? That was a good story right there. But yeah, that story right there, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of men, not even just rich men, but just men with money. Because man, you talking about he wasn't rich. I'm pretty sure.
No, he made good money. You know.
He made good money. So I was saying, them niggas who making good money, that's a story for y'all. Y'all wife probably getting fucked right now.
Yeah, I mean
50% chance versus if you wasn't
and this by a guy that, because I guarantee you, that guy that does the handiwork around the house don't get paid more than
No, not
my
half as
coworker,
much.
not even
Yeah.
half as much. But that's where
Yeah.
you have to understand. You have to have a balance as a man.
Yeah, buddy spending more time with his wife probably than him doing fucking fences.
You have to. Everything can be a money decision, and you can't buy your way out. You can't buy your way out.
Yeah, anybody out, my message to the people who say money over everything, look at Diddy. That's what I'm saying. Here, prime example. I'm pretty sure he said money over everything.
I'm pretty sure
Weinstein,
Bill Cosby, all of them.
said money over everything. That's why they fucked up now. And I can look at the impact. Go back to what you were saying. Now the impact negative.
And so that's the problem what I have with all of that, because Diddy has impacted us. If we look at all great music from the early '90s to the late 2000s, Diddy had a hand in it. You know, R. Kelly
I know you crazy about R.
has,
Kelly.
you know,
You know
put
what?
out.
Speaking of that, let me ask you about that. Let's wrap up on that. Cause I talked to an old cat yesterday. He said music was better before rap. He said rap came out around '79. When you was born?
I was born '86.
'86. So he said rap came out like late '70s. So he was like, 40s, 50s, 60s. All they had was gospel and R&B,
Gospel,
you know,
blues,
Ike Turner, stuff like that. So how you
soul,
feel about somebody
country.
saying? Do you feel like rap, like it advanced music, or it made it worse? Like
I'll be honest with you.
What did rap do to?
I'll be honest and shout out to one of the new artists that I love, Rod Wave. I love him. He's not really new. He's been around for a little minute now. I love Wave. I love Roddy Ricch. I love, I couldn't put them in my top 5. It's not that I'm not
That
checking.
is crazy. You might go viral just for your list. Boy.
Like
you kept
those,
it real,
man. Listen, those my guys.
A lot
I'm
of
just
them
going
probably
off
ain't
of.
got no lot of money like Jay Z.
No, they,
Impact.
but
CeeLo
as
ain't
far
got
as
no money.
CeeLo got a little change.
Not like Jay-Z.
Cause CeeLo came from Goody Mob, a group, and out.
If
He
CeeLo
kinda
do a
outshined
show,
it.
if he do a show, it'd probably be $20 to get in.
Do you know
that thing.
CeeLo was on The Voice?
He a judge. Right?
Yeah, he was a judge.
Oh, so he not doing music
yeah.
either.
So
Yeah,
like
he-
CeeLo touches a lot of different avenues.
That's
Impact
impact.
is
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Impact and production is everything. But back to what we were saying as far as like the new age music.
Yeah. Rap basically.
You
Rap
know,
in general.
I love that they can rap and sing. A lot of people are upset about it. I did that for years before I even knew like what the heck I was doing. I didn't know it. I would rap and sing.
When you say rap and sing, you ain't talking about the Drake. You ain't talking about Drake. Rap
No.
and sing like Drake.
Well, no.
Do you feel like Drake rap and sing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I love Drake. I'm not on no Kendrick Lamar train. I actually, I like Kendrick as a lyricist. I always try to stay bipartisan, try to stay neutral, but I prefer Drake over Kendrick
Yeah.
because
That might have a lot to do with the singing too.
yeah, I love two different avenues of music, so I don't like to be just stuck in one avenue.
That's what he's saying.
And it's a lot of other artists that people should check out. Anthony Q, dope. King
Who's that?
George,
Yeah, rapper.
Man.
Or a singer.
he a singer, but he a hood. He's like our modern day Anthony Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
When we get off, I'm gonna let you hear a little bit.
I got the dog. Put him on. Think about that.
Where you be getting these shits from?
Yeah.
Man, he has some really dope shit, man. And like people, I don't know him personally, but I dig his shit. And when it comes down to his singing and the soul and the lyrics, man, it's dope. Anthony Q, put in real talk.
Alright, then 35 minutes in, part 1.